Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Dark Souls 3. In part 7 of the full playthrough walkthrough, we're going to go through the Catacombs of Carthus, which come after Firelink Keep. If you've never joined me for these walkthroughs before, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough, so I'm recording as I play and as I talk, so you may hear a little bit of background noise, but I do my best to edit that out, and then I edit any deaths that are not quickly recovered from, but I'll leave in funny ones if they happen. So with Catacombs of Carthus, this is a pretty straightforward area. Just a heads up, though, I am going to be continuing the storyline of Anri of Astora and Horace the Hushed. That has two segments in this part of the walkthrough, so we will encounter Anri twice. But the really important thing I want to mention is if you want to continue this storyline past Catacombs of Carthus, you will need to at least go into the next area, which is Smoldering Lake. You'll need to do that before proceeding too far into Irithyll, the Boreal Valley. So this is Catacombs of Carthus is one of those areas that branches. So you have two options of where to go afterward. You can either go to Irithyll, which is sort of like the main route. Smoldering Lake and the area after that are completely optional. You don't have to do them. But for the Anri of Astora questline, we will be doing it. But that's the next part of the walkthrough. But for now, we're doing Catacombs of Carthus. Alright, let's go over our build. It's primarily a strength build in this playthrough. 25 Vigor, 10 Attunement, 17 Endurance, 16 Vitality, 31 Strength, 12 Dex, 10 Intelligence, 10 Faith, 7 Luck. I am using a Butcher Knife +4, along with the Grasscrest Shield and a Torch. I have the Thrall Hood, and then the Drang set for the most part. I was doing this because Firelink Keep has a lot of poison. So we can change this. You know what we can actually do? Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm like coming down with some weird cold. I don't know what's going on. But actually, we'll leave the Thrall Hood. I'm going to change over to the Mira set that we picked up earlier. Just because I really like that set. And we are actually able to get the helm, I think. Mira Helm DS3. Let's Google this real quick. The helm is gotten through a trade. Yeah, we can trade a Vertebra Shackle to Pickle Pea or Sparkly the Crow, whatever she's called in this game. Let's go do that. I want to sort of get some fashion souls going on right now. And I always liked the Mira set in Dark Souls 2. It was one of the highlights of Dark Souls 2 for me. So we'll do that as soon as this area, you know, finishes loading at some point. Oh, maybe he'll teach me the prostration. No, Patches squat. Alright, so Patches and Grey Rat actually know each other, which is kind of funny because they're both thieves. But Patches is like the worst form, if you will. Okay, finally loaded. Great. Well, let's just go to the roof and make a trade. And then we'll get a cool helm. For Catacombs of Carthus, you really don't need any specific armor. Really, aside from like bleed, I guess, is helpful, but I'm not too worried about it. So let's trade a Vertebra Shackle. Okay. And then that should give us Lucatiel's Mask. There you go. Okay. Boom. Looking like we're from colonial France. Love it. Alright. Cool, so one other thing I want to check is Grey Rat. Since we just completed Firelink Keep... Oh god, I might die. Yep, of course. That was a delayed death. That was weird. Let me just check out Grey Rat's questline really quick. Irithyll Dungeon. Okay, so... Oh, the guy's a Nameless King set. That's nice. Alright, so let's just recover our souls. We can't send Grey Rat out again. Oh my god, are they outside? I mean, it's 8,000 souls, so it's actually kind of valuable to us, even at this point of the game. So let's just wait for that. It's actually better that we did this, because this puts us back in unkindled form, which is good. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and warp out and proceed into the Catacombs of Carthus. So in order to enter Catacombs of Carthus, excuse me, you need to have defeated the Undead Legion, or the Watchdogs of Farron. What is this boss actually called? I can't even remember. The Abyss Watchers. You need to have defeated the Abyss Watchers boss in Farron Keep. And then it may seem like you're at a dead end, but you could actually do something pretty cool in that you are able to open a secret passage down to the catacombs. So let's check that out. All right. So you just walk up to this, and then it moves back. Pretty neat. I remember finding that at first and being like, oh man, what are we getting into here? All right, so Catacombs of Carthus, really important thing. If you wish to do the full Yoel of Londor, Uria of Londor questline, along with Anri of Astora's questline, you will need to have gotten 16 hollowing from Yoel of Londor. You need to withdraw power or withdraw strength 5 times with Yoel. If you have not done that already, don't go much further than this. The trigger for Yoel dying is when you cross the sort of like rickety bridge later on in the level, just before the boss. So if you wish to get Uria of Londor to show up and continue that quest line, make sure you have drawn strength with Yoel 5 times. Okay. Very good. So Catacombs of Carthus is exactly what it sounds like. It's a catacomb. So there are a lot of pits. There's a lot of traps. There are several illusory walls. There is a shortcut to take, and you just sort of like go down these little platforms here, and then that sort of drops you off about like halfway through. But I'm going to take the long way just so we get all the treasure. And like I said, there are illusory walls to deal with, and then there are skeletons that come to life. These skeletons with the white eyes, you'll notice I killed them, and they did not reward any souls. That's because you have to kill these twice. There you go. So if they have not rewarded you any souls, they are not actually dead. Keep that in mind. Excuse me. Probably going to be clearing my throat a lot in this walkthrough. Sorry in advance. Okay, so this guy here, he can sort of shadow step and disappear. And then he also has this sort of like lunging attack where he can sort of torpedo towards you. But you'll notice as he's rolling, he disappears. Trying to get him to do the torpedo thing. That wasn't it. No, oh well. He does have a pretty high poise shield. Sorry, I was like taking my time there because I was coughing. Alright, so that's that. These guys only need to be killed once for them to actually die. Let's walk over the bridge. And then these guys show up. These guys don't have white eyes, so you only need to kill them once. Actually, I think I just made a liar of myself. I feel like one of them might actually come back to life. Nope. Okay. Alright, so in this room, we have a assassin skeleton guy, so you gotta be on the lookout for him. Not this one. Also, heads up, these guys can parry you. God damn. Perfect timing, Dark Souls. Come on. I mean, you would think that that was scripted. Okay. And there are archers in this room that you gotta be careful of. Excuse me, coming down with some weird cold. I am vaccinated, though, and I highly recommend you get vaccinated, too. Alright. So these guys come alive. There is an archer back there. That one's dead because he rewarded souls. Just be careful with these guys. Yep, some of them will come alive when you move away. So you gotta be careful. Just like hang out for a second after you kill things in here. Alright. Cool. Great. There's also a lot of booby traps. So you'll see a floor switch here. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come from the far end. Yep. So that's that booby trap. I know for a fact that there are illusory walls here. Soul the Nameless Soldier. Alright, so we have some assassins here. You want to be careful when dealing with these guys. They can kind of surprise you. Also, be careful of the pots in this area, because they can sort of shoot magic at you when you break them. Yeah, these guys with their show tells, they're pretty strong. They're pretty fierce. But they go down. Let me see if this is one of those pots. Nope. Maybe they come later. Alright, so that's an illusory wall right there. That's why it has a note in front of it. And you can also tell that there's like something fishy here, because there's a corpse with a gem here and then an archer over there. So that kind of gives you a clue that, hey, you should be able to get over there somehow. Okay. So this guy has white eyes. That means he's got to be killed twice. Just wait for him to reanimate. There you go. Remember, this archer's over here. He's got some fire arrows for you. Alright. And then this is a tome. Right, the Carthus Pyromancy Tome. Very sorry about the voice. Alright. So now that we've gotten the Carthus Pyromancy Tome, we can proceed down the rest of this little main path here. And then we have this big guy with his big sword. So let's try to sneak up on him a little bit. Alright, cool. Got the full swing there. But this is why I was trying to kill him quick. It's because there's another one. Make quick work of him. No big deal. Alright, so this guy animates. Let's take care of them. Come on. Alright, very good. Okay. So there's a treasure here. A lot of upgrade materials in the catacombs. Alright, so once we walk past, these guys are going to animate as well. But you can kind of group them up pretty easily. Here you go. That's all four. And then we can come down here. And here is Anri of Astora. So let's see what Anri has to say for himself.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap, and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since.
So the answer here is always no. You will never know.
Yes, I see. Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. If you happen upon him, please tell him that I remained in the catacombs, and I will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way. If you happen upon...
Okay. So that is the first encounter that we have with Anri in the catacombs. There's also a crystal lizard right here. You want to be careful, because there is an archer over there, so watch out for them. Alright. And then there's a corpse here. Some blood red moss clump, which helps, that will get rid of bleed, in case you haven't used that yet. Alright, so now that Anri is sort of found, we can come back to this big room and go up the stairs now. Oh, somebody just... Oh, that's another player. I thought a skeleton dropped or something. Okay, cool. Let's go up the stairs. And then we're actually back kind of where we first started. So this is the bridge that we came across. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go down one level, but we're going to exit in a different spot. Let's go here, and then we're going to exit here. So this is the path back to Anri, just to sort of help you get your bearings again. Path back to Anri, and then that's where the illusory wall was earlier. So right here, you want to be careful. And the reason for that is because as you start to move down this staircase, a big ball of skeletons is going to start rolling down the stairs. So you got to be careful. And all you got to do is just walk over to the side and let it pass. Take out your shield and block the archers. And believe it or not, this skeleton ball will roll back up the stairs somehow. It just defies the laws of gravity. But you don't want to waste any time. You want to get onto this platform. And deal with this guy. Okay, very good. So, what we can do is we can actually wait for it to break. However, there's really no point in doing that. What I'm going to do, though, is since there's that treasure up there, I'm going to run back up the stairs. And then we're just going to go to the side here. Give yourself an ember. I'm going to roll back down. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the shortcut path. Since we've sort of cleared this intro area now. So we're going to go back to the first bridge. Just make sure this doesn't break. Alright, I'm going to show you the little shortcut that you can take. So just in case you die or something and you don't want to go through all that, you don't have to. You can come over here, and then you can drop down these platforms. You will need a little bit of Estus to sort of survive all this, but you're all good, don't worry. So here's 1, 2, here's the archer. There you go. And then this one. And that's it. So that's like the little shortcut. So you can skip basically everything. And then we'll drop down one more time. Wait for the ball to roll back. And then we can run inside. Okay, so if you look closely, you can see a bonfire on the other side of this grate. Okay, it is coming back. I was like, what? You can see a bonfire on the other side of this grate. And I'm just going to kill this skeleton here just because I don't want him to, like, haunt us. You know what I mean? Alright. So, some of the pots in this area, like I said before, they have magic inside. I feel like that's an 80s song. But they basically are at the same... Yeah, these little spells here. Oh, stop. Oh my god, you're slicing and dicing. So you want to look out for the pots, because even the breakable pots on the ground can do that. Okay, so the ball broke finally. What did it drop? An undead bone shard. Okay, I'm really glad this happened, because I could have sworn that one of those balls contained an undead bone shard. And you know what's really funny? You know what's so funny? The official guide from Prima does not even list this. The major items, Sharp Gem, Carthus Pyromancy Tome, Twinkling Titanite, Carthus Milkring, Night Slayer Ring, and My Thanks Gesture, Grave Warden's Ashes, Dark Gem, Carthus Bloodring, Fire Gem, Soul of a Demon, Old Sage's Blindfold, Witch's Ring, Black Blade, and then 2 rings on New Game Plus. No mention of the Undead Bone Shard, but there it is. Just wait for the ball to break here, and you will get the Bone Shard. God, I knew it. I knew that was there, and I knew the guy was wrong. That was a day one thing, too. Like, that was not new. So, I don't know. Maybe the book was written before the day one patch or something, but... yeah, I don't know. But still. So what we're doing now is we're trying to get through this little area without setting off too many alarm bells. And the reason for that is because like most of these pots contain that damaging spell. And, you know, I just don't want to deal with it. Yeah, there you go. Alright. And we're trying to get this treasure back here. Yeah, and this, like, little dumb chain reaction happens, so... Alright, there's the Carthus Milkring. What does this ring do? Slightly boosts dex and obscures rolling. I feel like I should be using a different ring. Yeah, let's just use it. Alright. Cool, so that's that. And then I recommend just taking a safe path back. I mean, you can just crash all these pots, it's not a big deal. But there is a trap right here. So, oh, maybe not. I thought that was a false floor. But anyway, just be careful going through there. Alright, this is a booby trap here. Don't step on this raised tile in the middle. When you're walking down these pathways, always walk to the side. Don't ever walk in the dead center. It's not worth it. Okay, so we got this guy here. Try to backstab. Just be aware. Nope, never mind. Alright, so unfortunately he's got to die twice. As you saw there, he had white eyes. So that clues you in to the deal. Oh god. Big yikes. Oh, that was cheap. It went through the... There we go. Yeah. His sword went through the wall. That's one of the weirdest things about Souls games, is that enemy weapons can go through walls, but yours cannot. I don't like that. That has never been fixed in the 4 games. So, in the 4 Souls games. I don't know why. Alright. Cool, so that's this little section here. And you can see that there's like a pathway over there, along with some rats. We'll get there eventually, but don't worry about it for now. Again, excuse me for all the throat clearing. Alright, so we have 2 of these big guys here. So we want to try to aggro one, and then just bring it all the way back. This way we don't have to deal with both. Sometimes the other one kind of gets smart and realizes his friend is missing. Luckily, that didn't happen, though. Okay. But this is a booby trap here. Be careful. So let's fight this guy. Oh, man. Alright, cool. Nice, you get a vertebra shackle. That's how you can farm those offline. You can just kill these guys over and over. And luckily they're actually kind of near a bonfire, so... Careful of this trap, you don't want to fall down there. But we will go down there manually without that trap, so don't worry. And there's a ball. So, there's another ball, of course. But you can tuck in here for a treasure. Large Titanite shard, very helpful. There is a pathway to the left, right here, and this leads to the bonfire. But, okay, here's what we're going to do. So this is the bonfire I mentioned before. This was on the other side of the other skeleton ball. So, let's light this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to Firelink Shrine, and we have 14,000 souls, so I'm going to try to level, but I'm also going to look to see if I can level up my weapon. Let's see what we got here. No. Okay, we need 2 more. That's okay. We can also burn that undead bone shard that we found. And we can't... Oh, I'm like 100 souls away. Let me go ahead and crack open a soul and level up. I normally don't, like, take little, you know, like, detours like this, but... we were just so close to leveling something that I figured it'd be best. Okay. Alright, let's burn the undead bone shard. Level up our flask to +4. And then let's go back to the catacombs. Okay, cool. So back in the catacombs. Let's get the ball to drop again like it's 1999. It's going to roll past, and then it's going to do the exact same thing as before. The ball is going to break. So we're going to run after it. Actually, this is not a good idea. You should not run after it. You should wait for it to come back. And then run past it. Fair warning, this area has a lot of enemies. Luckily, it killed some rats. But what we are going to do is we are going to fight this... I call them Carthus rogues. Just because they have these shotels and they throw daggers, sort of like rogues. Just what I like to call them. Their official name, Skeleton Swordsman? Yes. Anyway. Okay, so the ball has not broken yet. So we're going to come over here. And there's a giant plague rat here. Actually, I should not call it a plague rat. It does not spread plague. This isn't Demon Souls. This little area has ceiling slimes that you got to watch out for. Oh my god, on cue! Good for you, buddy. You showed up on cue. Proud of you. Alright, but the other thing this place has is everybody's favorite, the bone wheel skeletons. So you gotta watch out for them. And as always, they have a gigantic aggro range. Alright, so... I want to do my best to not aggro like 30 of them at the same time, but I don't know if we could really help that. Oh, come on. I think if I just stand here, one is going to show up. Maybe. I should do that. There's slimes over there. Oh my god, the timing. The timing on that swing was absolutely perfect. You gotta be careful, because when you're hacking away at them, the spikes on the wheels can still hurt you. Again, excuse me. Alright, great. So that's all the bone wheels. And this... So this right here, this is where we could have fallen. Was through this ceiling here. So that was the trap that we avoided earlier. There he is. I want to make sure we get rid of all these. Oh my god, dude. So something that you can do... This works in Dark Souls 1. I don't know if it actually works in the other games, but if you're getting grabbed either by slime or a mimic or anything, really, if anything has a grab attack, you can mash L1 and R1, and the grab will do less damage. I don't know if that was ever brought into the other Souls games, but it worked in Dark Souls 1. Slow and steady. Oh, boy. I didn't even see this guy. There we go. Alright, get some more Titanite shards. I think that might be it for this area's floor slime. Or ceiling slime. But there's more here, so just be careful. On the final hit. Alright, so we got 2 here. So I'm just going to run in, run out. Get them both to drop. Get a full stamina refill. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Great. Alright, then you get the Carthus Bloodring, and that's the big treasure over here. So now we're going to run back, and then... oh, there's one more. So there is an NPC invasion that will happen here. Okay, nothing from you. Oh, one more slime. So like I said, there's an NPC invasion. Oddly enough, with an NPC that we can summon in Smoldering Lake, it's a little weird that he invades and then doesn't. Or he invades and then becomes friendly. I know that's not unprecedented, but I also thought that was kind of strange. So anyway, if we come down here, there's a treasure. But this is where we want to Ember for that invasion. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to get invaded right in this doorway. Yeah, there he is. So Night Slayer Tsorig. Can we get a backstab? Nope. Night Slayer Tsorig is using an Ultra Greatsword, which I think is like the first one. Oh god. Oh god. Jesus. I think this might be like the first Ultra Greatsword we actually see in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Luckily though, he doesn't have like a ton of poise, so you can deal with him pretty easily. Oh my god. I thought I was one-handing. Oh! Dear Lord in heaven. Yeah, I gotta double pump that. I tried to parry him. Alright, I gotta... I'm not good at parrying at Dark Souls 3. I said that in the very first part of this walkthrough. But I keep trying it anyway, like a dummy. Alright, let's just fight him. Yikes. Oh, damn. Messed up. Alright. Great, so that's Night Slayer Tsorig. Not too hard of a fight, but you get the My Thanks gesture and the Night Slayer ring. Okay. Cool, so I'm actually going to do something really quick here. What is this thing called? This is a... no. Doesn't even describe this enemy. Anyway, I can't remember if you can destroy that one or not, but that's okay. Alright, so let's walk up here, and then we get a couple of archers here. There's going to be one behind us as well. Yep, there he is. There's actually a better way up there that I did not take. I'm a silly child. Let him come down the stairs. Very good. Oh. Whoa! Hey, there you go. That was weird. Alright, so there's actually a better way to go up here. Yeah, okay, so here's the wheel. It just broke. Anyway, you get a dark gem from that wheel, which is nice. The thing I wanted to mention, though, is that there's a better way up here, and that's right here. So there's an illusory wall here, and this makes things a little bit easier for you. This guy needs to die twice, though. Keep that in mind. He does have white eyes. Oh, God. Alright. So he's got to die one more time. These guys sort of explode like characters in Mortal Kombat, or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. They sort of explode into like rib cages and bones and stuff, so they're pretty funny. God, it's always one more hit with these things. Oh my God. Okay, well, let's just run back. I can't believe that just happened. Wait for the wheel to go back and forth. I do love how, like, there's faces on this thing. I think it's a pretty funny little enemy. Yeah, I didn't even take my own advice. I just rushed. Anyway, we're gonna have a guy here again. There he is. It's always like 1 HP with these things. Nice vertebra shackle, excellent. Okay, so there's another guy here. This is the guy that we need to get revenge on. You'll notice I'm not locking on, and that's because enemies like this that fly around can really drive your camera crazy. So I prefer not to lock on to them. Whether or not that works to my advantage, you know, remains to be seen, but... Maybe I should just lock on. Anyway, you don't really want to step out into the open there, because sometimes there's a skeleton sort of... Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. Wow, that was crazy. Anyway, sometimes there's like a skeleton that wanders. There's the Grave Warden's ashes. Very helpful. Anyway, this guy wanders and he can see you. So we want to try to be careful. I'm actually going to wait for him. Yes, you. So, Red Eyes only has to die once. Okay, but don't forget there's this archer over here. I don't think we could fully sneak around him, but we can at least get him to put the bow away. Oh, wait, no, we can. Nope, never mind. Okay, so that's that guy. And then there's this lone skeleton over here. Hello. Okay. Some shards. Wonderful. And then this is the treasure I mentioned earlier that was on the other side of this area. And it's just some Carthus Rouge. Okay, great. So, with all of that out of the way, we can now proceed back downstairs. And then we can go this way. So, some things are about to happen. How do I want to play this? So here's a crystal lizard. Oh, where are you going? Hello? Okay. Crystal lizard with a fire gem. Great. Alright, so as we move through this area, there is going to be quite a lot of skeletons that come alive. So I'm going to kick this guy off a ledge, or at least do my best to. Get off. Thank you. Okay, so if you look closely, where is he? All right, I'm actually going to do something pretty rare here. I'm going to put my binoculars on my bar. If you look closely, you can see Anri of Astora has moved. Anri is now on this little cliff. Reason for that is because he or she is still looking for Horace the Hushed. And Horace the Hushed is, believe it or not, down in this lake. And I'll show you that in a little bit. But there's a couple ways to go about excuse me, there's a couple ways to go about this area. You can run across the bridge and sort of like kite all the skeletons to follow you. That's an extremely viable strategy. But I do want to show you how to reach Anri. And so, yeah, I'm going to do that method instead. So we are actually going to like kill these skeletons. So once you walk in here, they kind of start to animate. You take some of them out at a time. But just kind of be ready because there's a lot of them. Yeah, I guess they animate like once you sort of get out of the room. Alright. The reason I'm doing this kind of slowly, excuse me, screw it. Have them chase you across the bridge. We could do this another way. Have them chase you across the bridge, and then you want to get to the other side and attack the bridge. And then all the skeletons fall off the bridge to their death. Great. So, what we can do now is we can actually take this path back. Oh, no, we cannot. Damn. I thought we could. Okay. Here's another way to do it. So, Anri will stay there until you move too far into Catacombs of Carthus. So, what we're going to do is we are going to kill the boss. Excuse me. We're going to kill the boss, which is actually just up here. And after we kill the boss, we're going to reload the area at the bonfire to respawn the bridge. And then we'll take care of Anri and we'll move on. So, the boss of this area, Catacombs of Carthus, is High Warlord Wolnir, or Wolnir. Not exactly sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. But High Warlord Wolnir is basically a puzzle boss, so nothing too crazy. He is kind of scary, though. I will warn you of that. The very first time I fought him, I sort of leapt out of my chair. It's freaky when he first appears. But basically, this door is locked, right? You cannot open this door until you defeat the boss. So defeating the boss opens that door. The way to challenge the boss is to... I'm just checking for any treasure here. The way to challenge... excuse me. Oh, boy. The way to challenge the boss is to touch the goblet. The way you defeat High Lord Wolnir is to attack his 3 bracelets until they break. Once the 3rd bracelet breaks, the fight is over. You want to be relatively quick about this for a couple reasons. One, he can summon adds, he can summon skeletons, which just sort of waste your time. But also, he can eventually pull a sword out of the ground and attack you with it. You want to just, you know, kill him before that happens if you can. So that's what we're going to try to do. All right. So, oh, can you see him with a torch? That'd be pretty funny. No. Okay, so we're going to run up and grab that treasure. It is important. And then yep, there he is. That's the Grave Warden Pyromancy Tome. So just watch this little swipe. Very good. The smoke around Wolnir can hurt you, so you want to be very careful as he moves up through this arena. Yeah, this smoke can hurt you. You want to be careful with that. It just deals... Oh my god! Okay, so take 2 on Wolnir. That was weird. But yeah, he will start climbing his way up the arena. Sometimes he's like a little unpredictable, like he was before. So you just want to start attacking the bracelets. Come on, dude. You don't want to get too low on HP, otherwise Alright, so here he goes summoning the sword, or maybe adds. Alright, so that's one bracelet. Alright, he summoned an ad. God, very annoying. He can kill them for you if you're lucky. I was not so lucky. There's two. Okay, don't chase after him. Instead, you want to let him come up to you. Luckily, the ads are weak, but these are the kind that you have to kill twice, so you gotta be careful. Alright, so he's summoning the sword. Oh my god. There you go. That's the fight. Drink, 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 drink. Yeah, so him summoning the sword is kind of bad news, but we made it. And then we get the soul of High Lord Wolnir. And then we get transported back into the catacombs. Ember is restored, and the door opens. We're not done yet, though. So now it's time to progress Anri of Astora's questline. So we're going to rest at the bonfire to reset that bridge from earlier. And then, right, now we're going to leave. Just, again, checking for treasure. I feel like there's supposed to be treasure in here. I could be totally wrong, though. Yeah, all right. So let's leave. And then Anri should still be here. Yep, there he is still. Oh. That is strange. That's weird. Okay, let's, I guess, try this the other way. Maybe we have to totally reload the area. Maybe just resting doesn't change it. Let's try that. I could have sworn you could just walk back over it. If not, it's really not a big deal. We could just go do it the other way. Strange, though. I could have sworn that would work. Believe it or not, these bonfires are very close to each other, which is kind of funny. Let's see. What's the verdict? Yeah. Weird. Okay, so we're going to go back across the bridge. Hopefully this doesn't wake everybody up. Of course it does. Alright, so we're going to come up to this little ramp here. And then everybody is going to follow, which kind of sucks. Oh no, a lot of them are going to jump to their death. So that's good. Alright, so just, I guess, set them up in a meat grinder here. As best you can. Some of them try to back up. It's funny, they sort of run like claymation because there's so many of them. The game just like cannot handle however many skeletons this is. So it looks like they're in Attack of the Titans. Or whatever that old stop-motion movie is. Attack of the Titans? I think it's Attack of the Titans. Anyway. Hey, a scimitar. Great. So let's talk to Anri and see what he has to say.
Oh, hello. We meet again. Have you seen Horace anywhere? Oh, yes. I see. I've searched high and low, with no luck. Perhaps he's left the catacombs. Oh, Horace. Where have you run off to?
Okay, so Anri has totally lost Horace. But if we look very carefully, take out our binoculars. That doesn't help at all. Well, let's just slide down here. Alright, take out your binoculars. Probably see him already. Horace is right there. Unfortunately, Anri and Horace have gotten completely separated from one another. Excuse me. We have two choices now. we can go find Horace. That's the first thing we have to do. But then once we find Horace, we have two choices. One, we can come back and tell Anri where he is. Or, when we find him, we can kill him and tell Anri that we don't know. The reason that we have that choice is because, as you can see, if you look closely... Oh, God, I hate the binoculars. You can probably see it from here. Horace's weapon is drawn, which means he has gone hollow, and he is now hostile. So, because Horace has gotten separated from Anri, he sort of lost his purpose, and, yeah, it's a sad story. So, I'm going to do something a little uncharacteristic here. Normally, I end my walkthroughs with a boss fight. And I try to do that every single time just to make it clean. But because of this questline, because of how integral this questline is to the game, I'm going to show you a secret area. So by chopping down the bridge, we turn it into a ladder. Then we can slide down the ladder and land on this platform here. And then we can follow this path to another bonfire. Before that, though, we have to kill a demon. So, there's a chest up here. I'm almost positive. So this chest is a mimic, so I'm not going to deal with it just yet. Instead, we are going to kill the demon. So this demon is, or acts the exact same as the demon that we helped Sigurd fight. However, this demon does have some skeleton friends. Oh god. Jesus. So we gotta be mindful of the skeleton friends. Oh god. Yeah, when the demon is buffed up like this, it kind of sucks for us. And the input buffering of Dark Souls just makes it so much harder than it needs to be. It's almost down though, which is good. One more hit. Maybe two more hits. Oh my god. Alright, the demon is down. Jesus. Make sure you heal up. Okay, we got the soul of a demon. So now, I'm going to go up here and we're going to kill this mimic. But don't forget how mimics work, in that if you were to throw an undead hunter's charm its way, the mimic will give up the treasure. The Black Blade. Okay. And while the mimic is sort of sleeping, you can get a lot of free damage onto it as it, like, does this big wake-up animation. There you go. Don't get hit by the grab. There you go. So that's like a really easy way to kill a mimic. Alright. Cool. So, past this demon, that should sort of give you an indicator that, like, things are going to get a lot more flammable, if you will. Down here is going to be some more skeletons. You can already hear them waking up. So let them come to you. They do have white eyes, which of course means they have to die twice. Wonder if that's where they got the idea for Sekiro. Probably not, but it's a nice idea. Funny enough, I was just talking about Sekiro with a friend the other day, on 4th of July, believe it or not. And we were both commenting on just how damn good that game is. And how From Software really brought, like, Miyazaki's idea. I'm saying it's Miyazaki's idea, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was somebody else's. Their idea to life of making a game about swords clashing. And if ever there was a game that made you feel like swords were clashing in real life, it's Sekiro. That game is just so fantastic. But yeah, they just did like such an incredible job bringing that idea to life. So, great game. If you haven't played it already, please do it. I have a lot of guides for it on my channel. Maybe one day I'll go back and do like a full walkthrough series on it, but yeah. Okay, so all that for a soul of a nameless soldier. Alright, and then we can enter this little area here. Alright, so there's a bonfire there. Don't forget that, but then there's a treasure here. It's the Old Sage's Blindfold and the Witch's Ring. What does the Witch's Ring say in this game? Greatly boost Pyro. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters, scorched by the flame of chaos, taught humans the art of pyromancy and offered this great ring. Offer them this ring. Every pyromancer is familiar with the parable that tells of the witches espousing the need to fear the flame and teaching the art of pyromancy to men in hopes that they might learn to control it. Just trying to see if there's anything within the ring. Anyway, we can light this bonfire. And then we are not going to like complete this area by any means. We are more or less doing just a run. So heads up, this area is like secret. This is like a hidden area, completely optional. This will be the next part of the walkthrough, but because of Anri's storyline, I want to sort of do this now, just to fully close out the Catacombs of Carthus. This is Smoldering Lake, and Smoldering Lake has an entire area below it that we'll do next time. Smoldering Lake has a giant booby trap in the form of a ballista that is parked on top of a cliff overlooking the lake, and it will fire bolts at you and home in on you. So what we need to do is we need to run to Horace, deal with Horace, and then just homeward bone out. We're not going to waste any other time here. So just get ready to run. Just before the title. Great. Yeah, and over here is the boss. So you can run to the boss if you like. But you can hear this ballista basically at all times. It's just like a haunting sound. There are also huge enemies here in the form of giant enemy crabs. And whenever the ballista can see you, it'll shoot you. So you can see it up there. And these bolts are huge. So it fires 3 bolts, and then it reloads. So Horace is just through here. And again, the way I'm going to complete this storyline is to unlock the the super secret ending of the game. So we are going to kill Horace. Oh, Crystal Lizard, come on. Alright, great. And there's another Crystal Lizard down here. Oh! Will it die? Yes! Okay, great. So Horace just has a shield. I don't think you could see Anri from here, but you can certainly see Horace from up top. Anyway, so Horace isn't too hard, but he is immediately hostile. So this is Horace the Hushed. He does have a polearm, which is a really good ranged weapon. You just gotta watch out for him. But he doesn't have a lot of stamina, so if you can sort of get him to block an attack right after he does a big combo, you're sort of guaranteed a parry, or a riposte, I should say. Oh, he's gonna run me through. Let me heal up real quick. Alright, so that's Horace. Sad story, but you get the Llewellyn shield. Guess okay on that. And then... yeah, let's just loot this area. Alright, you get the yellow bug pellet. Large Titanite shard. Large Titanite shard. And that's it. So, let's go ahead and use a homeward bone. Go to the bonfire, last rest of that, and then we will go back to Anri and inform him that we don't know where Horace is. We're gonna lie. Little white lie, though. Well, not really. There's really no such thing as a white lie in Dark Souls. Cool. Alright, so we're going to run back across the bridge and go back to Anri. Jason and the Argonauts was the movie I was looking for, by the way. Okay, so Anri isn't here. Why is that? Maybe you don't have to tell Anri where Horace is. Maybe you just have to kill him. Oh no. Slowly but surely. Scimitar. Okay, maybe you don't actually have to tell Anri. Maybe it just continues on its own. 1 sec. Okay, yes, you don't actually need to tell him. I think if you were to go meet Horace and then go back to Anri, you need to tell Anri, but you don't need to do that anymore. Okay, so great. Excuse me. Cool, so what we're going to do is we're going to end the walkthrough here. And in the next part, we are... Actually, let's just go back to Firelink, level up, do all that. We can definitely level up our weapon now. And then we'll end the walkthrough. But next time, we're going to go through Smoldering Lake and the area underneath. I'm deliberately not telling you what area that is, because in case you want to do it on your own, I don't want to spoil anything for you. Okay. Very good. So I think we should be able to go at least 1 weapon level. Oh, also, there was a tome that we picked up. This right here, the Grave Warden Pyromancy tome. We can give that. Actually, I don't think Cornix will take that from us, but we should turn in the ashes here. Give the Grave Warden's ashes, and what items does the Grave Warden's ashes unlock? Grave Warden. Grave Warden's ashes unlocks Yellow Bug Pellet, Kukri, Carthus Rouge, and Titanite Shards. Not bad. Not bad offering there. Okay. Alright, reinforce our weapon. Bump this up. Okay. Grey Rat. Nothing new from Grey Rat. Alright, let's see what Cornix will take from us. Okay, so Cornix will not take the Grave Warden Pyromancy Tome, only Carla will. Carla is an NPC that we'll find much later on. So we can give him the Carthus Pyromancy Tome. And then that unlocks a bunch of things. So I'll tell you right now, one of the things that you want to bring with you to Smoldering Lake is Flash Sweat. I'll purchase it in the next walkthrough, but you do want to buy that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and level up, and then we'll end it. Where's Homegirl? There she is. Okay. Great. And 3,000 for another level, why not? I need 150? Jesus. Hooray. Okay, great. Cool. So we will end it here. Again, next time we'll do Smoldering Lake. And then we'll go to the area below. That's going to do it for this part of the walkthrough. I hope this has helped. If you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls 3, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.